Welcome back to True Horse Horsemanship. We're revisiting bits again. Some people might wonder what I got on him right now. There's a Boswell and a high port shank bit with a roller in it. Of course, this is for finished horses. And all the bits, what I'm going to be getting into is that pre-cue. In this instance, this is my pre-cue. In other words, I'll touch the Boswell, then I'll go with the reins. But the reins don't come in effect until he gives in. So I want him to feel that Boswell before he finds the reins, so that way he's getting some sort of a pre-cue. Now this is only for a finished horse. I want to be able to just lay that rein on his neck and we get response. All right, there he's a little sticky, so I'm going to work my Boswell. I'm not going to work my rein. I'm going to lay that rein on his neck a little bit, but the pre-cue and everything is coming from my Boswell. So that's what we're going to primarily talk about, mostly, is a pre-cue and with different bits. I know everybody's popular now, and politically correct thing is using an O-ring, or today I'll be showing a D-ring. But a D-ring bit is a direct contact bit. There is no pre-cue. I don't care how many slobber straps these people try to sell you in Macatis, you still don't really have a pre-cue to it. So we'll be demonstrating that. Like I said, this is just bits and pieces of different bits, primarily. So we're going to change bits on him and we're going to go up the line. Of course, this will be my end result here, because when I work Brady, this is the way I work them. Of course, I use my other bit that I'll be showing here today. I don't use this one, but I just wanted to show you. Now this one, because I am picky about independent action bits and all, this one's still a little bit independent action, so I can work with one shoulder without affecting too much shoulder. So I don't have a bit in there that I can show you how I can pick up this rein. You can see a little bit if Cindy can zoom in down on my shank. You know, if I pick up this rein, it does affect the other rein. So we're going to switch on a snaffle here. Alright. Okay, now I slipped the D-ring in instead of a O-ring, but it doesn't matter. They're both mechanics are the same. And people, yes, I do know I got a chin strap on it. And no, the chin strap, the only thing that chin strap is there for to keep the bit on a green horse from sliding in the mouth. And you know, you can take every precautions in the book, but you know, crap happens. So like I was saying, you know, this bit is a direct bit. You know, he's a more finished horse, even though I don't have that much time on him. You know, if I touch his mouth, he's to come to my hands. Touch his mouth, he's to come to my hands, and he's pretty soft. And yeah, I can do the same thing, but here I can get in there and work that individual shoulder, and I work on my neck rein a lot with this type of bits, and I'll do it with my other ones, because as long as my off rein is on his neck, I expect him to be bent. But it's a direct line, because watch my hand. When I touch that bit, there's no pre-cue. Even that rein sliding on there a little bit, some people say, well, that's your pre-cue. Well, you know, if you got a dull horse, they're not going to realize that pre-cue. Like I said, so this is... Now, how do I know when I change to go to a bit? Well, to a shank bit, number one, depends on the older horses. A lot of times I will just go right to there when I'm rehabbing them. But when I get a horse that I can do that, and he flexes and comes to my hands, that's when it's time to finish him off. I don't care what you say and who says it, to really get a truly finished horse like some of us like, you got to move up a bit. I mean, you stay, there's nothing wrong staying with an O-ring or D-ring snaffle if that's what you want. But me, I want to be able to just use my body and then respond. And the quickest way and the most fair way I can get it by getting in there, talking to him one time, and yes, I'll do all my stuff before with this bit, but eventually I want to be able to just barely do this and they stop. And with a O-ring bit, I can't just do that and they stop, or if I sit down and just do that, or just sit down. Because if you watch, there's no pre-cue. If you look at the D-ring, all you see is that rein moving a little bit. There's no pre-cue there. I got to, like I said, this is a direct line bit. I got to directly get on his mouth, and he comes to my hands, and he's soft. So, you know, I don't see nothing wrong. If that's what y'all are after, I'm not that anal like a lot of people. If you want to keep riding in an O-ring bit, fine. If you got the right horse for it, that's up to you. But like I said, I want a truly finished horse, and I want him really sensitive. And so that's why I go up. And that's why a lot of us go up. So we're going to switch bits again. Like I said, this video here is more informative video than anything else, because I get a lot of questions about bits. Like even right there, see, I gotta directly go to him for him back up. Now this is one I usually use all the time till I found a nice inexpensive bit that I'm really liking, and I'll get into that. And yes, I am starting to carry them. But this, and I doubt if it shows up, but if you, right there where my finger's pointing, there's a little slot for this bit to ride. So before this bit completely engages, I got a pre-cue in there to say, hey, I'm getting ready to ask you to come to my hands. And eventually what they'll do, they'll start coming to your hands on that pre-cue. So actually that pre-cue ends up being your cue. Now when I put a head stall on, if you notice my right hand's between their ears, and I get my thumb in the mouth. I see so many people try to put a head stall by coming into the front of them or whatever. Time for a Brave Eagle haircut. He's got hairs. He's a sensitive little boy. Now this bit, like I said, you've seen me use a lot on older horses. Get over here to the side. I know it's going to be hard to pick up, but if you watch my right rein, when I pick up this left rein, that right rein is not moving at all. And also sending focus to the mouthpiece. When I pick, there's a little bit of pre-cue there. But then when I pull up, if you watch, now it would be fully engaged. But there is that, what I call it, that little bit of pre-cue in there. And especially with the greener horses, the more pre-cue I get, the better, the happier I am, because then I can get really a soft mouth horse. And even when I asked him to go on a vertical, right there he's starting. Then I get if he doesn't come through, I'll grab him. I'll pick up. If he doesn't come through, then I'll grab him. In other words, I just pulled him up right at the start of this, so he's not warmed up. So in other words, when he's warmed up, all I gotta do is pick up my hand and he'll come to my hands. And I'll show you more of that with the other bit. But this is one of the bits I like, and I've tried to get bit makers to make it so I can shorten the shank out. I want to redo the mouthpiece a little bit. But to be all fair and honest with y'all, yes, I got things to sell, but I try to keep them down to a price that y'all can afford. And my lowest quote I got for somebody to make this bit was $100, so I'd have to sell it for, you know, good chance to make any money off of it if you add shipping in there. And I'm not going to do that. So my job is try to shop around, try different bits, and see something that's comparable to this one. And I just picked up one that I'm really liking. I'm using it on a couple other horses. And it's an Argentine short shank bit. But if you look, I got plenty of pre-cue there before that will engage. So, and I can really work one shoulder versus the other. Brave Eagle's probably thinking what's going on here. Oh, I found the hair. Yes, I use one-ear bridles for most of my head stalls. I saw a comment on Facebook where one guy, when he had his horse tied up with a halter that people went crazy over, you know, the horse was rubbing his head stall off. So some lady who meant well got in there and jumped his cage, which is the wrong way to handle it because you deal with people like I have. If you jump on them hard, they're just going to resist you, just like some horses. If you get them in there hard, they're going to resist you. So you got to figure out a better way to handle it. So in that situation, well, I would have, since he liked one ear, they make a one ear with a throat latch that they can't rub it off. So the best way to handle that situation was go up to them and say, sir, you know, I see you like a one ear. Well, you know, they make them with a throat latch, you know, that piece that goes underneath here, that they won't be able to rub it off. There, bingo, done. The guy went and got offensive, and I mean, it got so bad, these people, I don't like, the horse world's getting ready to go through another change again, and I'm not liking it, because one person even recommended calling animal control on this person because he had his bit a little bit tight. It's like, you know, that's not making the horse world better, that's making it worse. But that's a whole different topic. So we're going to work with this bridle a little bit. So like here, see, I got plenty of pre-cue right there. See, he reacted to that pre-cue. I never had engaged that bit. If you really watch my reins, they never got taut. We'll go sideways. And I'm just going to barely pick up, pick up, pick up, pick up. Now right there, see, he gave to me. He gave to that pre-cue. There is a good, with this bit, you can see there's a good pre-cue. I get it in a way the shoulders. I had an incident the other day with working with Ray and that Ray horse. I filmed that he started letting that horse lower that shoulder so on a circle work it'd duck out. So he's trying to pull the horse around on the circle, so I had him tighten this outside rein. Then when the horse went on a circle, this outside rein is just as important as that direct rein, because if I'm having trouble, I'm gonna pick this up and use my leg and get him to lift that shoulder up and shoulders up. See, in this way I can work each shoulder independent. I'm not affecting the other shoulder. He's nice and soft on the bit, working back and forth. I changed my body position a little bit. All that's coming from that pre-cue now. It's not coming from the engagement. So I can lower my hand, maybe get in here a little bit and talk to him. I'll use my direct rein because, now, like I show him finish a horse off on his neck reining, what I'll do, I'll just lay my off rein on his neck, and I just barely touch that inside rein, and I'll release. I want him bent. Right there, he's bent on that neck rein, my off rein. So that's what I want. I want to just touch that neck. And if he don't respond to it, I pick up, I'll release. See, I'm not holding him with my direct line. Because I see so many people, when they neck rein a horse, they're doing this. And look at how I'm getting resistance. Sure, he's moving with that rein, but I'm getting resistance. I don't want that resistance. I want him to learn. And sure, it might take a little longer, but I really want a soft horse. So I just want him to learn I can just touch that neck. I don't want to have to really pick up that rein and get in his way. Now if he start dropping a shoulder, then I'll gather him a little bit, get him between my hands and my legs, that way I got him between my hands and legs and I'm keeping both shoulders up, but I'm letting my body do the work. Like I said, I'm really happy with this bit. It's really coming in handy with two horses I'm using it on in here. Brave Eagle I don't. I usually use my DL bit, I call it, most of the time with the hack, with the Boswell. So like I said, this is just a few tidbits going back to the bit process. As I get, that's one of my most asked questions about the bits.
And we sell the bit. $25.
Yes. And we do have them in stock. You go to my webpage, True to Horse, to find out. This is one of the hardest things for me to do, because through the years and everything, I don't push anything. But we do have stuff out there for sale. We've got our halters and leads, of course, and I moved the hip t-shirt, and now we're handling this bit. I really like it. Like I said, I'm trying to keep the price down as low as I can. And then eventually I'm going to contact somebody and start making a saddle too that actually works. So with that said, it's like I said, it's going to be a pretty short one, because this is just an informative type of video. I'm not going to get out here and canter all over the place and all. Be quite honest, I don't feel up to it. That's the long and short of it. So, as I always say, be true to horse, people. Think, when you handle these horses, you got to think like a horse. You can't train from the heart. You can't try to put it in human terms. Horses don't understand. I get flack on one stuff about the plastic bag now, since the dogs ain't in the video. Now they're about the plastic bag. Well, I'm scaring the hell out of a horse because I'm putting it in the trailer. These type of horses I deal with, until you deal with them horses, I want to put a point blank, because I'm known to be cantankerous at times. Shut your damn mouth. I mean, that's simple. Because, like one particular horse, buddy, I'm getting a couple flack about that, about the plastic bag. This horse was going to hurt somebody going in and out of that trailer. So I got to use whatever tools on hand to get the horse in the trailer and make it safe for the horse. That horse was never under damage. I was never hitting on the horse with a whip in the plastic bag. In the plastic bag, I get response. So or somebody else would go right to the whip and liable to have to start hitting on the horse. Well, I didn't have to. I used plastic bag. Boom. It finds out. It puts itself in the trailer. That's what I'm looking for. But that's the way the horse business, it goes through changes every few years, and Now we're going on that route where we're going to be way too soft with these horses and going to see more and more people get hurt. It's good for my business because, you know, I'll be handling more and more horses, but, you know, I'm close to 60 years old, and I'd rather figure out another way where I can inform and teach instead of me keep getting busted up because y'all people out there coddling these horses too much. So that's my preaching for today, and this one I'm not going to edit it out because I'm tired of it. Because I do these videos, we don't make hardly no money from it, and I got to put up with that crap. You know, give people a break, and there's so many good trainers out there that's getting left because they don't have the marketing tools, or like here I'm want to do something for the Tennessee Horse Fair here. Now I'll admit I can see the two buddies that's doing the clinics are people's buddies, and so they're going to be in there where there's a lot of good trainers in this area that's getting left out because of the buddy system. Yeah, I'm ranting today. So anyway, with that said, I hope everybody had a nice Thanksgiving. And as I always say, be true to the horse, and they'll be true to you. First and foremost, be true to yourself, and damn it, that's what I'm being. And to my kids, a special person, my grandkids out there, watch Stay Lake KDA, God bless, take care.